as the Boxer's Trainer's Channel. How y'all doing today? Me personally, I'm actually doing great. You know what I mean? Healthy. I'm blessed. You know what I mean? And I would think that those that has not succumbed or capitulated to going on the other side because they've gotten too old or whatever the case may be, right? A shout out to them. But for those who are still towing the rope, right? Shout out to us. You know what I mean? Us older cats, right? That Allah, the Creator, blessed to be here to do what He do. Excuse me, to do what I do, right? And that's talk about some boxing. Look, um, I need to know what do the world, y'all, in particular, think about Terence Bud Crawford, right? I mean that in the sense that we know he is a what 5 division world champion, 2 division undefeated, and is about to seek a third undisputed championship of the world. We know he's a great boxer, but the question today is what type of human being is Thomas Bud Crawford, right? I mean, is he the type of human being that gravitates toward being good, helping others, taking care of his kids, loving his wife or his woman or his girlfriend or whatever the case may be, right? What type of human being had the world fall in love with based on the notion that this particular person is I want to say, at this juncture, you can call him cash cow, you can call him the best boxer in the world. You know what I mean? You can call him number one pound for pound, right? But beyond the scope and gravity of those entities, what type of human being is Torrance Crawford? You know what I mean? Now, I'll say this as far as my feelings towards Torrance Crawford, right? Of late, there's some disturbing content that came across my uh, intel, right? Came through my intel, right? And I'm quite sure the world was afforded the same information, in that um, this is not something that I really appreciate talking about, but it has to be, a line, a red line when it comes to the people that we consider as being great, good people, um, people that we respect a lot, right? And let me say this first of all before I get into this, right? I'm personally a lover of Bud Crawford, right? In the sense that he has put himself in a position where he has driven, right? He has taken the initiative inside, deep down in his soul to become great, right? And that's an awesome thing, you know what I mean? But the problem I'm having with Torrance Bud Crawford of late, right, is that his respect for others is kind of on the fence, especially when it comes to females, right? Now we know. Shout out to a side. We know that Torrance Buttercup has 6 kids. You know what I mean? And that's a fruitful thing, right? To be man enough, right, to have 6 kids and take care of them responsibly, right? Make sure they get all the necessities needed to be able to bear fruit as he did, right? As growing adults, as grown adults, I should say, right? Go to school, go to college, right? Get your job, do the right things, right? But um, and I always was of your opinion where the Torrance Bud Crawford was the type of dude, right, that was just lawless to whoever it was that he dealt with, whether it was friends, family, his the baby's mama or whatever, right? I was always of that opinion, right? And I'm not saying that that what I'm about to break is a wrong thing, right? But it's just that I don't like it. You know what I mean? I have certain emotions when it comes to where you are in life, where you have propelled yourself in life, right? Where you are recognized by the world as being a top-notch dude, right? You know what I'm saying? But of late, news has came to me that Terence Bud Crawford is having a, a a child by another woman. Now, y'all say, "Oh man, there ain't nothing here, man." What, you know what I mean? I don't want to even hear that, man. You know, I don't want to hear that because that's just another narrative that we use to justify our toxic behavior. You know what I'm saying? Especially as black men. You know what I'm saying? We are supposed to be driven to be better at everything that we do, right? And not particularly pertaining to being a man. You know what I mean? And again, I don't like having this conversation, but I have to. You know what I mean? For the sake of the kids that's coming up after me, right? Maybe they'll get this tape right and take the initiative to wonder what I'm really talking about, right? I'm talking about, right, being loyal to those that have been loyal to you. You know what I mean? Especially when it pertains to a female. Now, she might not be feeling too good about herself as a result of what Terence Bud Crawford has inflicted on her emotions. You know what I mean? And I got a problem with that. And look, and I want to have something to say to him about that too, contrary to the fact that whether he acknowledges it or not, that's on him, right? But it is my job to be real. It is my job as a human being, right, to dispose of and to dispel all the negativities that enter into my preview. You feel me? So, and again, I often tell y'all that, right? In order for us to change like the country of Africa is changing, we have to do some changing ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So, and that goes for Charles Bud Crawford's restaurant too. You know what I'm saying? So, I went so far as to name that brother African name. Where you see Askari, right? It means black soldier. You know what I mean? And when you take upon a Swahili initiative, name initiative, right? You're supposed to, you know what I'm saying, kind of like see things in a different light. That is if you are intelligent enough, right? And if you are emotionally connected enough to do that. Everybody can't do that. I did it. I'm MH I am MA. I'm Chawi Africano, right? And I take my Swahili name serious. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that name was bestowed on me by someone who was in the political know, right? And I, you know what I mean, and I take great pride in wearing that label. But I'm just saying, man, before I get the heck out of here, man, look, we got to do better. You know what I mean? Being men, we got to do better. You know what I'm saying? So hit that subscription button, man, before y'all jump off the table, off the bandwagon. Hit the subscription button, hit the like button, and drop a comment in the comment section and let me know if y'all are okay with walking all over black females as men. That being said, man, I'm gone.